Hey guys, this is Poga, and in today's video I'm going to be looking at the HTC One M9. So this is a device from 2015, and honestly it's still pretty good, and the reason I'm looking at it is because this thing could probably be used as a budget phone. So, just get an idea of what it looks like. Mine's missing a little cover right here. So I believe this is the SIM card tray slot, and this is where the micro SD card goes. So this one actually has a micro SD card slot, which is very nice. The reason I'm looking at this is because they're going for around like 150 bucks on Swappa. If I click here, the internet's being kind of slow right now, but as you can see, it's in pretty good condition. This one actually comes with some cases. It looks like it was used with a screen protector. This one is an AT&T model, so I don't know if the bootloader is unlockable. So if you're looking for custom ROMs, that one probably wouldn't work for you. And as you can see, they have sold for cheaper and more expensive. You can also get a Sprint model, and you can unlock it. So is there anyone for sale right now? Oh, there's one. There's one for $100, and you can go ahead and unlock it. Just throw it in XDA. That tells you how. You want to have all the bands for like T-Mobile and AT&T because it'll be stuck on the Sprint bands. But if you're looking for a real cheap phone, you could do that. And on eBay, they go for around 100 bucks as well. So, if you want to go real cheap, you can get one in kind of okay condition. So you can see this one's 75 bucks. Has a cracked screen. Does it work? Nope, doesn't show. So maybe it doesn't work. But as you can see, they're pretty cheap. If you look for like a Moto G5, I think they go for a little more. Let's see. Yeah, as you can see, they're going for like 200, okay, 160, 170, yeah. So as you can see, they're going for much more than the M9, and they're probably about the same in performance. Alright, so speaking of performance, here's what I got. I got 1,400 for the single core and 2,700 for the multi-core score on Geekbench 4. So if we compare that to other devices from the same year, this is actually pretty good. So it's better than the S6, Nexus 6P, OnePlus 2, which all have the Snapdragon 810 processor, as well as the Nexus 6P and multi-core. As you can see, it's slightly better. No, it's actually slightly worse, never mind. So, yeah, I don't know why the single core score or multi-core score is slightly lower, but it is. It might be in Lineage OS acting up. But speaking of, the score might be slightly different. I got a lower score for both of these on Sense, so I'm not sure what you'd get on Sense. It might be better. I use 6.0 on Sense, but apparently 7.1 had much better performance thermal-wise, so that might change this score. Speaking of thermal, this is a metal phone, so when it gets warm, it's very uncomfortable to hold. And I found when playing games, it takes about 10 minutes before it's uncomfortable to hold. It just gets really hot. But just watching YouTube videos and texting and web browsing, it didn't get very hot. So it's only intensive tasks like video recording or gaming that gets it very warm. As you can see, this has 3 GB of RAM, which is plenty. So I went ahead and opened Reddit. And as you can see, it's still open in the background. Chrome is open in the background, as well as the other tab. So both these tabs are still open. Reddit, Geekbench, you get the point. It multitasks very well. As you can see, you still have about 700 megabytes free. I guess this is kind of an operating system thing. I'm running Lineage OS, which is based off of stock Android, but yeah, I've never had any issues with 3 GB of RAM. So this has an 810 processor, and the only thing I'm kind of bummed about is that the Google camera app does not work on here. So if you're really into taking pictures or recording videos, unfortunately the Google camera app will not work. Alright, so according to AccuBattery, this phone gets about 5 hours of screen on time and 100% battery all the way to down, and 24 hours of the screen off, which I've never done. It's just a calculation as well as screen on time. It's just a calculation. I never actually got 5 hours of battery life, but that could be because there's a lot of time in between. Every time I use the phone, there's about like 45 minutes. So it could just been draining battery in the background, but I only got around 4 hours of battery life, or screen on time, on this phone before it died. And most days I ended up at 0%, as you can see. So this one actually lasted around 15 hours. Most days, let's see, how long did it last? I'd say most days it lasted around like 6 hours. Yeah, it really depended on the day. Like 10 hours here, like 10 hours here. That's all 6 hours. Yes, 7 hours here. Just it really depended on the usage. But overall, it was definitely usable. It made it through the school day, which is good. But after the school day, it was around 20%. So, yeah, I'm normally at school for like, I don't know, 7.5 hours, something like that. So, I mean, it got the job done. I never really needed to charge it, but when I got home, I had to plug it in, otherwise it was dead, basically. But, yeah, battery life is pretty good, honestly. Definitely still usable. I would have expected the battery would have kind of stopped working or started acting funky after about 3 years. I'm not really sure if this is a new phone. I got this from HTC as a warranty replacement, but it has like a scuff on it, so I don't know if it's a brand new phone or not. But yeah, battery is pretty good on this phone. Alright, so the last thing I wanted to go over is the camera, since most budget phones don't have great cameras. And as you can see, when I zoom into this photo, it doesn't get very blurry, and it still looks pretty crisp. It doesn't lose much of its quality. So this is shooting at the highest resolution that this camera can do, I believe. Yeah, 20 megapixels. I don't know why it's not focused. There we go, as you can see. 20 megapixels. Go to this picture there. You can also see that it's pretty high quality, as I can zoom in quite a bit, and it's still not pixelated. Here's another image. This one is pixelated, as I was already zoomed in, so you can definitely tell that it's pixelated, but still pretty good picture, as you can see. This camera's great at taking still photos, but anything with movement is very blurry. For some reason the camera stopped. Is it working now? Yeah, it is. Okay. So as you can see, it's like kind of laggy, and even in good lights, it's pretty bad. It's not as like laggy as this, but still, most of the pictures I took on this was very blurry. So those are my only good examples right here. I mean, I have a couple other ones. I didn't want to show you too many, just, you know, for redundancy. But, I mean, you can see it's a good camera, just not great in action shots. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Sorry for the lack of videos. I've just been busy. This video was supposed to come out Sunday, but I kind of got distracted at the Super Bowl. So, yeah. Anyways, that's about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you next week.